Having a digital task manager or project management system is great, but you might have noticed that it's almost too easy to sit there and add tasks, punch them in on the computer, whatever it might be. And while that's not really a bad thing because that's what they're there for, but it's not that great for focusing. So, like I've said, having a digital system is fantastic and necessary these days for most people, and they do have a lot of benefits. Now, this may seem like I'm going back on what I just said, but I think it's important to kind of list these out because I want to talk about a different way to use non digital systems, but it needs to work with the systems you have in place already. So, with digital systems, whether that's your to do list, your ClickUp, your Monday, whatever that might be, you can easily add tasks, right? You can keep track of the details. You can edit easily and collaborate, and you can track due dates, get alerts, things like that. So that in itself is kind of a bigger picture where we're tracking tasks, due dates. There's a longer timeline on here. But when it comes down to your day to day, it can be very helpful to narrow things down from all of that noise and all of the systems and long lists of projects and to-dos into a simple, focused list of a few top priorities. Now, for myself, I use a small notebook. Right now, I'm using this one since I found it half used on my bookshelf and I was out of space in my regular notebook that I use. So I use a page each day for writing down the most important tasks after reviewing what I have listed for the day in my digital areas, again, like ClickUp, email, Slack, what have you. Now, that way I write them down and I can easily see what I really need to be focused on with less distractions. I'm not going in and copying everything from ClickUp, from my email, from Slack. I'm putting all of that into a digital task management to-do list and then going in and saying, okay, what out of all of this are either the main things I need to do? A lot of times there's related tasks and that just kind of condenses into one main goal or thing I need to get done. Or I have things that either need to get delegated or pushed back, but there's always that few things that I can do or really need to get done today. And that's what I take down and write down physically into the notebook. All right. Now, if you haven't given this a shot before, I really suggest trying it out. And really all you need is any notebook or a piece of paper, but I recommend keeping it relatively small. Again, this isn't that big. This is a little bit larger than what I usually use. If you're using paper, if you can find some 3x5 index cards, that can be fantastic. And the reason I'm recommending to keep it small is one, so it's physically handy, it's not large, it's not cumbersome, but also you're kind of forcing yourself to keep it small, keep it brief and concise, just like we want to be. So I've found that this is a really good combination. It's really the best of both worlds. I'm not going to stop using digital task managers, project management systems, and in the world I live in now, it's never going to happen. But having this be with me and I can keep track and I always know what are the main things I need to be focused on is incredibly helpful. And then if I make notes, do anything like that, nowadays it is so easy to convert that back to digital if I need to. Maybe I took this out. I was working in a cafe. I made some notes, whatever. Take a picture, use ChatGPT or something like that to transcribe it. I can just copy and paste that into my task management system and away we go. So again, if you haven't given this a shot, I highly suggest it. Give it a shot. Try it. You'll probably end up getting yourselves a couple notebooks to find out what you like. But that can be part of the fun. I just want to reiterate, you can get started with literally a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be complicated. And then help yourself focus by writing down the most important tasks and crossing them off as you get them done. So if you have any questions or comments about this, leave a comment on the video and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.